sir. Rain slicked the Chicago streets, turning the evening into a haze of neon reflections and hurried footsteps. Vincent Russo gripped the steering wheel of his black SUV, his jaw tight as he navigated through the loop's traffic. At 38, he was the undisputed king of the city's underground empire deals and shadows, loyalty forged in steel. But tonight, something felt off. His phone buzzed with a text from his second-in-command, Tony. Meeting set. Don't be late. Vincent's dark eyes flicked to the rear view, scanning for tails. Paranoia was a survival skill. The light turned red at Michigan Avenue. He exhaled, rubbing the scar on his knuckles from a deal gone south years ago. That's when he saw her, a small girl, no more than 8, in the back seat of a battered sedan 2 cars ahead, her face pressed against the window, wide blue eyes locking onto his. She wasn't just staring, her tiny hands moved deliberately, fingers forming a shape he'd seen in old training videos from his military days before the family business swallowed him whole. Thumb tucked into palm, fingers splayed out the universal sign for, "Help me." Her lips trembled, mouthing silent words. "Please." Vincent's heart slammed against his ribs. Time froze. Who was she? Why him? The light turned green, but the sedan lurched forward. Without a second's hesitation, he floored the accelerator, cutting off a taxi with a blare of horns. "Tony," he barked into his phone on speaker. "Change of plans. Track my location. Gotta... sir. Situation." His voice was steady, but inside, a storm of protectiveness he hadn't felt since losing his sister to the streets years back. The sedan weaved through traffic, heading toward the industrial warehouses by the river. Vincent tailed close, his mind racing. Was this a trap? Rivals baiting him? But those eyes, innocent, desperate, pulled at him like a riptide. He couldn't walk away. Not from a kid. The sedan turned into a dimly lit alley, brakes squealing. Vincent pulled up behind, killing the engine. 2 men jumped out, one yanking the girl from the back. She kicked and screamed. "Let me go. Mommy." Vincent's door flew open. He stepped out, 6'3" frame casting a long shadow under the flickering street lamp. "Hey!" His voice boomed, low and commanding. The men froze. Recognizing him instantly, the Russo name carried weight. That's no way to handle a child. His hand hovered near his concealed piece, but he kept it emotional, not explosive. The girl's eyes met his again, pleading. The bigger thug sneered. "Mind your business, Russo. This ain't your turf." But Vincent saw the fear in their postures, the slight tremble, the averted gazes. He advanced slowly, rain dripping from his coat. "She's signaling for help. You think I didn't see that?" The girl wriggled free for a split second, running toward him. He scooped her up instinctively, her small arms wrapping around his neck. She buried her face in his shoulder, sobbing softly. "It's okay, kid. I got you." Sir. Men exchanged glances, then bolted, tires screeching as they peeled away in the sedan. Vincent held her tight, his breath ragged. Who were they? Why her? He gently set her down, kneeling to her level. "What's your name, sweetheart?" "Lily," she whispered, wiping tears. "They took me from school, said Mommy owes them money." Vincent's blood ran cold. This wasn't random. "Where's your mom? What's her name?" Emily Hayes. She works at the coffee shop on Wabash." Lily's voice cracked, but her grip on his sleeve was fierce. Tony's car pulled up then, screeching to a halt. "Boss? What the hell?" "Get the girl safe," Vincent ordered, his mind already shifting to hunter mode. But as he looked at Lily's trusting face, something cracked inside him, a vulnerability he buried deep. He couldn't just hand her off. "I'm taking her to her mom myself." They drove in silence. Lily clutching a blanket Tony tossed her. Vincent glanced at her in the mirror, her small form huddled. Why did this feel personal? As they approached the coffee shop, closed for the night but lights on inside, he spotted a woman pacing frantically, brunette hair disheveled, phone in hand. "Emily." She burst out the door when she saw them, eyes wild with terror and relief. "Lily!" Emily ran, scooping her daughter into a crushing hug. Tears streamed down her face. "Oh God, baby, are you okay?" Vincent stood back, rain soaking him, watching the reunion. Emily's gaze lifted to his green eyes, fierce, grateful, suspicious. "Sir." "Who are you? How did you find her?" "Vincent Russo," he said simply, his voice softening. "She signaled me. I didn't wait." Emily's breath hitched. She knew the name everyone in Chicago did. Mafia whispers followed it. But in that moment, with her daughter safe in her arms, all she saw was a man who'd saved her world. "Thank you," she whispered, her voice breaking. Yet beneath the gratitude, fear lingered. What had she gotten into? As Tony urged him to leave, Vincent felt an unfamiliar pull. This wasn't over. Not by a long shot. Emily's apartment was a modest 2-bedroom in a quiet Edgewater building, far from the glitz of downtown but close enough to feel the city's pulse. She ushered Lily inside, flipping on the warm lamp light that cast soft shadows across the living room cluttered with books and crayons. Vincent hesitated at the door, his broad shoulders filling the frame. "I should go," he said, but his feet didn't move. "Please, come in," Emily insisted, her voice steady despite the tremor in her hands. She set Lily down, who clung to her leg. "At least let me make you coffee. You saved her life." Her eyes searched his probing, wary. Emily Hayes, 32, single mom working double shifts at the coffee shop while studying online for her nursing degree. Life had thrown curveballs, a deadbeat ex, mounting bills, and now this. Vincent stepped in, the door clicking shut behind him. The space smelled of vanilla candles and fresh laundry normalcy he rarely touched. He shrugged off, his wet coat, hanging it on the hook. Tony waited outside, engine running. "Just for a minute," Vincent murmured, his dark eyes scanning the room. Photos on the wall. Emily and Lily at Navy Pier, laughing in the sun. No man in sight. Lily tugged at his pants. "Mister, you want hot chocolate? Mommy makes the best." Her innocence pierced him, melting the ice around his heart. "Sure, kid." He smiled faintly, the first real one in days. Emily busied herself in the kitchen, but her mind raced. Those men, who were they? Her ex, Jake, had gambling debts, but she'd cut ties years ago. Was this spillover? As the kettle whistled, she poured drinks, handing Vincent a mug. Their fingers brushed, sending a spark up her arm. "Why did you help? You don't know us." He leaned against the counter, his presence commanding yet unexpectedly gentle. Saw her signal, couldn't ignore it. His voice dropped. "Lost my little sister when I was young. Streets took her. I won't let that happen to another kid." Emily's breath caught. Vulnerability in a man like him? It humanized the myth. "I'm sorry," she said softly, sitting at the table. Lily colored nearby, humming. "Those men, I think they're from Jake's old crowd. He borrowed from the wrong people." Vincent's jaw tightened. Which crowd? He already suspected the O'Connors, Irish outfit pushing into his territory. She hesitated, then whispered names. His eyes darkened. They're mine to handle now. But as he said it, protectiveness surged not just, for Lily, but for Emily. Her strength, holding it together, stirred something deep. The conversation flowed, tension easing into quiet connection. Emily shared bits of her life, dreams of nursing, Lily's love for ballet. Vincent listened, really listened, his usual walls cracking. "You're tough," he said, admiration in his tone. "Raising her alone? That's power." She blushed, looking away. "I have to be." Their eyes met, a silent charge building, but then Lily yawned, rubbing her eyes. "Bedtime, sweetie." Emily scooped her up, tucking her in the next room. Returning, she found Vincent staring out the window at the city lights. "You don't have to stay," she said, but her voice hoped otherwise. He turned, stepping closer. "I want to make sure you're safe." His hand grazed her arm, warm and reassuring. Heart pounding, she didn't pull away. In that moment, amid the chaos, a spark ignited a draw. Unexpected, but sirens wailed in the distance, snapping them back. Vincent's phone buzzed. Tony. "O'Connor's spotted. Get out." "I have to go," he said reluctantly. "But this isn't goodbye." He scribbled his number. "Call if anything." Emily nodded, pulse racing. As he left, she watched from the window, fear mingling with a warmth she hadn't felt in years. What had she let in? Outside, Vincent slid into the car. "Find out everything about Jake and those thugs," he ordered Tony. But his mind lingered on Emily's green eyes. This rescue? It was just the beginning. The next morning, Emily dropped her. Lily at school, her nerves frayed. Work was a blur, pouring lattes, smiling through exhaustion. But whispers followed. "Heard Russo was here last night." Her coworker Sarah leaned in. Girl, that's dangerous territory. I know, Emily admitted, but defending him felt natural. He's not what you think. By afternoon, a delivery arrived. Flowers and a stuffed bear for Lily, with a note, "Stay safe, Vi." Her heart fluttered. Dangerous? Maybe. But real. Vincent, meanwhile, met with his crew in a backroom bar on Halsted. The O'Connors took a kid to send a message. He growled. We hit back smart, but Tony eyed him. This personal, boss? Vincent paused, Emily's face flashing. Yeah, it is now. As dusk fell, Emily's phone rang, unknown number. Hello? It's Vincent. We need to talk. Meet me at the park by the lake. Bring Lily if you want. Her stomach twisted fear, excitement. Okay. At the park, under golden sunset, Vincent waited on a bench, casual in jeans and leather jacket. Lily ran to the swings, laughing. Emily sat beside him, close enough to feel his heat. What's going on? Those men work for rivals. Your ex owed them big. They used Lily as leverage. Emily's face paled. Oh God. Tears welled. He wrapped an arm around her shoulders, pulling her in. She leaned into him, his strength an anchor. I'll protect you, he whispered, his breath on her hair. The promise hung heavy, laced with unspoken desire. The park's lake shimmered under the fading sun, joggers and families dotting the paths like extras in a movie. Emily pulled back slightly from Vincent's embrace. Her cheeks flushed. Protect us? Vincent, I can't drag you into this. But her voice wavered, betraying the pull she felt. His arm lingered a second longer, solid and warm, before dropping. You didn't drag me. I chose. His eyes, deep brown, held hers intense, unwavering. Lily's giggles from the swings floated over, a reminder of stakes higher than her heart. Let me help. She nodded slowly, standing. Walk with us? They strolled, Lily skipping ahead, picking dandelions. Conversation turned lighter. Vincent shared stories of his Nonna's Italian cooking in Little Italy, making Emily laugh a sound like wind chimes. You don't seem like the Mafia type, she teased gently. He chuckled, low and genuine. Appearances deceive. But vulnerability flickered. Grew up rough. Dad gone early. I built this to survive. Emily saw the layers power masking pain. Back at her apartment, Lily chattered about the bear. He's my guardian now. As Emily cooked pasta, Vincent helped set the table, his large hands careful with plates. Domesticity felt surreal, yet right. Over dinner, tension simmered, stolen glances, knees brushing under the table. After tucking Lily in, they sat on the couch, wine glasses in hand. Tell me about you, he urged. Emily sighed. Jake left when Lily was 2. Said the life wasn't for him. I've been scraping by since. Her eyes misted. I just want her safe. Vincent, sir. Set his glass down, turning to her. You deserve more. His hand cupped her cheek, thumb tracing her jaw. Time slowed. She leaned in, their lips meeting softly tentative, then deepening with pent-up emotion. Fireworks exploded inside her. His kiss was urgent, yet tender. Hands threading through her hair. Pulling back, breathless, she whispered, This is crazy. Maybe, he murmured, forehead against hers. But it feels real. A knock shattered the moment, urgent, insistent. Emily froze. Vincent stood, alert. Stay here. Peeking through the peephole, he relaxed slightly. It's Tony. Opening the door, Tony stepped in. Face grim. Boss, O'Connors are escalating. Word is they're coming for the girl again to hit you where it hurts. Emily gasped, hand to mouth. Vincent's expression hardened. Not on my watch. He turned to her. Pack bags. You're coming with me. To where? Fear choked her. My place. It's secure. No argument in his tone. The drive to his Gold Coast penthouse was tense, city lights blurring past. Lily slept in the back. Emily gripped Vincent's hand. Thank you, she said softly. His squeeze reassured. Always. The penthouse was sleek floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking Lake Michigan, modern furniture in grays and blacks, but touches of warmth, bookshelves, a grand piano. Make yourselves at home, he said, showing them to guest rooms. That night, Emily couldn't sleep. Pacing the living room, she found Vincent staring at the view, whiskey in hand. Can't sleep, sir. Either? He shook his head. Thinking about tomorrow. Setting the glass down, he approached. Emily, I didn't plan this, but you and Lily, You're under my skin. Her heart swelled. Me too. They kissed again, slower, bodies pressing close. Hands explored gently, his on her waist, hers on his chest. Emotion poured out, fear turning to passion, vulnerability to trust. But dawn brought reality. Vincent's phone buzzed a tip. O'Connor's planning a meet at a warehouse. I have to go, he told her, kissing her forehead. Stay here, security's tight. Emily clutched him. Be careful. Tears brimmed. Come back to us. I will. His promise lingered as he left. Hours ticked by. Emily played with Lily, but worry gnawed. Sarah texted, heard rumors. You okay? She replied vaguely, heart aching. Vincent arrived at the warehouse, Tony and crew in tow. No guns blazing, just a tense standoff. Call off your dogs, Vincent demanded of the O'Connor leader, Sean. The girl's off limits. Sean smirked. She was bait for you, Russo. Your weakness. Vincent's fists clenched, but he kept cool. End this, or it escalates. Negotiations dragged, emotions high. Vincent thought of Emily's kiss, fueling his resolve. Finally, a truce, debts cleared, territories respected. Returning home, exhausted but victorious, he found Emily waiting. She rushed into his arms, relief washing over. It's over? Almost, he whispered, holding her tight. But a shadow lingered, shocking truths waited. Morning light, sir, filtered through the penthouse blinds, casting golden stripes across the kitchen island where Emily sipped coffee. Lily munched cereal, chattering about cartoons. Vincent entered, fresh from a shower, hair damp, shirt unbuttoned at the collar. His eyes softened, seeing them a scene he'd never imagined in his solitary life. Good morning, he said, voice husky. Emily smiled, warmth blooming. But beneath it, questions swirled. Last night's relief had faded into nagging doubt. We need to talk, she said quietly, after Lily scampered to the playroom. He nodded, pouring coffee. They sat on the balcony, city hum below. What happened yesterday? Vincent exhaled. Dealt with the O'Connors. Your ex's debts are wiped. They won't touch you. Relief flooded her, but tears came. Why? You barely know us. His hand covered hers, because from the moment I saw Lily's signal, it felt like fate. He paused, eyes distant. And you make me want more than this life. Emily's breath hitched. Romantic tension crackled, but reality intruded. This life? Vincent, you know what people say. I know, pain etched his features. But I'm trying to go legit. Real estate, investments, for a future. Her heart tugged hope, mingling with fear. A future with us? He leaned in, kissing her gently. If you'll have me. The day unfolded in quiet bliss. A walk in Lincoln Park, Lily feeding ducks, Vincent's laughter deep and free. Emily watched him lift Lily onto his shoulders, her giggles, echoing. Vulnerability showed in his protective glances, the way he held Emily's hand. But shadows crept. At lunch in a cozy diner, Vincent's phone vibrated. Tony, Jake surfaced. Wants to talk. Emily noticed his tension. Everything okay? He hesitated. Your ex. He's back. Her face paled. What does he want? Probably money, or custody play. Anger flared in his eyes. I won't let him near you. That afternoon they met Jake in a neutral cafe. Vincent, insisting on being there. Jake, disheveled and shifty, eyed Vincent warily. Emily, I need help. Those debts, they're killing me. You left us, she said firmly, strength shining. And now you bring danger? Jake pleaded, but Vincent interjected calmly. It's handled. Walk away. Jake's eyes narrowed. You think you can play family man, Russo? I know things. Tension thickened. Emily squeezed Vincent's knee under the table, grounding him. Jake stormed out, defeated. Back home, emotions boiled. What if he comes back? Emily whispered, pacing. Vincent pulled her close. He won't. Their embrace turned passionate kisses, fervent, hands roaming with need. I love you, he murmured against her neck, the words slipping out raw. She froze, then whispered back, I love you too. Tears of joy mixed with fear. But the shocking twist hit that evening. A knock at the door. Mr. Russo, we need to talk about the O'Connors. Emily's heart dropped. Vincent's face steeled. Not here. In the study, detectives grilled him. Sir. Witnesses say you threatened them. It's business, he said evenly. But Emily overheard, doubt creeping. Was this the life? Confronting him later, tears streaming. Is it always like this? Danger? Cops? He cupped her face. I'm changing. For you. For Lily. Hope flickered, but stakes rose. That night, as they lay tangled in sheets kisses soft, bodies close a call shattered peace. Tony boss, Jake's with the O'Connors. Betraying us, Vincent dressed quickly. Stay inside. Emily clutched him. Don't go. I have to end this. His kiss was desperate, full of promise. He left, heart heavy. At a dimly lit bar, Jake waited, smug. I know your secrets, Russo. Pay up, or I tell Emily everything. Vincent's eyes blazed. What secrets? Jake leaned in. Lily, she's yours. From a one-night thing years ago. Emily never told you. Shock hit like a freight train. Vincent's world tilted. Lily, his daughter, the signal, the pull-a-tall clicked. Rage and joy warred. You're lying. Test it. Jake smirked. Vincent composed himself. Get out of town. Never return. No threats, just cold finality. Jake fled. Driving back, emotions churned. How to tell Emily? The truth would change everything. The penthouse felt like a sanctuary as Vincent returned, the city skyline twinkling like distant stars. Emily waited in the living room, wrapped in a blanket, eyes red from worry. What happened? She asked, standing. He crossed the room, pulling her into his arms. Jake's gone for good. No more, sir. Threats. But his voice held a weight, breaths uneven. She searched his face. There's more. Vincent nodded, leading her to the couch. He told me something shocking. His hands trembled, slightly a rarity for him. About Lily. Emily's brow furrowed. What about her? He took a deep breath, eyes locking on hers. Years ago, before you met Jake, we crossed paths, A-bar downtown. One night, recognition dawned slowly, her face paling. The guy with the scar on his hand, that was you? Yeah. Pain and wonder mixed in his expression. Jake said Lily's mine. Our daughter. Tears welled in Emily's eyes, spilling over. I suspected, but Jake claimed her. I was scared, alone. She clutched his shirt. I didn't know who you were then. Vincent's heart shattered and mended in one beat. He wiped her tears gently. Why didn't you find me? Fear, your world. But regret softened to hope. Now, it's different. He pulled her close, holding her as sobs shook them both. I love her. I love you. The words carried the weight of revelation. Family, unforeseen but perfect. Lily stirred in her room, patting out sleepy-eyed. Mommy? Why crying? Emily smiled through tears, beckoning her. Happy tears, baby. Vincent knelt, eyes level with Lily's. Hey, kid, remember how I saved you? She nodded, hugging him. My hero. His voice cracked. Want to know a secret? I think I'm your dad. Lily's eyes widened, then she beamed, jumping into his arms. Really? Forever? Forever? He, sir, promised, holding them both. In that embrace, walls crumbled. Mafia king becoming father, lover, protector. Days blended into a new rhythm. Vincent stepping back from the shadows, focusing on legit ventures. Emily pursued nursing, their bond deepening with quiet moments, breakfasts together, park outings, stolen kisses under stars. Twists faded, replaced by emotional warmth. Vincent teaching Lily piano, his fingers gentle on keys, Emily tracing his scars, healing old wounds. One evening, on the balcony, he knelt. Marry me, Emily, let's build this life. Yes, she whispered, rings slipping on simple, meaningful. Joy radiated, fear conquered. As they watched the sunset, Lily between them, Vincent felt complete. The rescue signal? It saved him too. And if this story of unexpected love and shocking revelations touched your heart, head over to Cinematic Mafia Love for more tales that pull at your emotions. Like if it gave you chills, comment your favorite moment below, and subscribe to never miss a heartbeat of romance and redemption. Your support means the world. Let's keep these stories alive together.